Hello, this is Mark Smith with Family Tree Counseling Associates, and I'm down at my writing retreat here in the Louisville area. And I'm going to be speaking today about a fun topic, an interesting topic, web therapy. There's been a revolution in the field of psychotherapy. Used to be, if you needed to go to therapy and you needed help with something, you were pretty much limited by how far you wanted to drive and were willing to drive, whether it was half an hour or an hour, or some people drive 2 and 3 hours to see a therapist. But things have changed because video conferencing works about 90% as well in terms of the feel of the meeting, the communication, the eye contact, the facial expression, being able to read the room, the warmth. It works about 90% as well as people being in your office. I'm sorry, I have a fella with one of those blower things who's making noise over there. It should stop pretty soon. Showtime has had some fun with this phenomenon with their show Web Therapy, starring a former Friends star, Lisa Kudrow. And she's had a lot of her friends, former actors, on the show with her. And she plays Fiona, a therapist who's burned out and who's tired of 50-minute sessions. So she invents the 3-minute therapy chat. And she's sort of narcissistic, so the sessions end up all being about Fiona, and it's sort of a hoot. So if you think of doing therapy on the internet, don't think of Fiona. We web therapists aren't, as a bunch, nearly as narcissistic nor nearly as impatient as Fiona. So Carolyn Turvey, a PhD professor of psychiatry at the University of Iowa and vice chair of the American Telemedicine Association's Telemental Health Special Interest Group, says that much of telepsychology's growth can be attributed to consumer demand, particularly from younger clients. As people have become accustomed to the convenience of online commerce and keeping up with friends and family via social media and networking websites, interacting with a therapist online may become just another convenience that's expected. It is what it is. Technology changes society. And honestly, I believe that in 2 or 3 years, there's going to be just as much therapy going on online as there is in therapy offices. So I wanted to make people aware everywhere across the English-speaking world that Mark Smith is available to meet for Skype sessions. I don't have a lot of availability, and FaceTime. I don't have a lot of availability, to be honest with you. I'm very busy. But if you're highly motivated and you feel like I can add value to your work, then drop me an email, familytreecounseling@juno.com. So the sessions that people do online, they're not only more convenient, but they allow you to select a therapist who might be a leader in the field that you're interested in. For instance, I think I'm recognized as a leader in the field of abandonment issues, of shame, and of affair recovery. So if you have any one of those issues, instead of picking, the worst thing you can do, folks, is pick somebody off your insurance panel. That's the kiss of death. Usually those people that are on the insurance panels are hard up for clients because they're either not good at marketing or they're not good at being a therapist, or both, and that's a crapshoot. You can waste a lot of years in therapy doing that. So you can pick somebody who is a worldwide leader in that particular field and you can cut through what would have taken years and years and years and years that never got done, and make it go a lot faster. So I really thoroughly enjoy my current video online clients. As a group, they tend to be more motivated. Um, the wind is picking up on us here. They tend to be more motivated. They tend to be more teachable, more insightful, and hungrier for effective help than my live clients. And my live clients are all those things in spades. And then I also get to learn about different cultures, different people from across the world, and I just find that fascinating. They're always saying new words, and I'm like, "What's that? What's that?" You know, because I do have clients from all over the world and all over the country. But the reason why people have tended to seek me out, you're watching this YouTube video, and I have about 100 of them. And I get a lot of people seeking me out for that, as well as my best-selling ebooks, Managing Abandonment Issues Through Recovery, Healing Toxic Shame Through Recovery, The Secret to Healing Your Marriage After an Affair, A Punch in the Mouth from a Friend, a book on counter dependency for men, The Basics for a Healthy Life and Marriage, and Startling Insights into the Healing Powers of Marriage, as well as my blog, Relationship Jazz, which gets about 50,000 visitors a month. And I've been doing that since 2009. And like I said, the videos. So my plan is to reside on the water somewhere about half the time starting in January, some beach somewhere. I've told my staff that I'm going to change my business card to not director because I'm going to get somebody else to do that. It's going to be founder, therapist, writer, and beach bum. So we could have a session just as I'm sitting here, and I do that quite a bit. So I'm sure that people have practical questions about how Skype works. It's very simple, very, very, very simple. You don't have to have an iPad. You just have to have a computer with a camera. I like using the iPad. It works. I have a little iPad mini, and I do all my videos on it, and I do all my Skyping on it, and it just works brilliantly. And you can buy them now for $300. But you download Skype as an app and sign up for it, and it's free. And it's just amazingly simple, and it's fail-safe. Now, there are some things I want to warn you about when it comes to video sessions. The worst thing is bad Wi-Fi. You cannot have bad Wi-Fi when you're doing video sessions. You have to have high quality Wi-Fi because, you know, halfway through the sessions you lose a call, people freeze up, somebody says something and that real key point and I miss it. So if you don't have really good Wi-Fi, then it's not for you. Lock your dogs up, folks. The pooches really can interfere with a therapy session. You know, they want in, they want out. You know, they're you know, tags. You know, they're shaking, and it becomes very loud and very distracting. Another thing is I call it computer distraction, and that is somebody will be on a call and they'll get an email, and then I can just see them sort of go away, you know, in their mind, and then they fire a little email back, you know. And I try to tell my clients, don't do this. This is sacred time. This is your time to really figure yourself out, and those emails or texts or Facebook notifications, they can all wait. So bad lighting, here is an example, bad lighting. You I'm outside and I don't have any way to provide lighting, and I think it's a little bit dark, but bad lighting, sometimes people will sit in front of a window with the window at their back, and all I see is a silhouette. So face the window and face the lamp and get some light on your face, because in therapy, I got to know sometimes there's an ever so slight tearing up, or face starts turning red, or a woman or a man rolls his eyes. I got to see that stuff to do my job as a therapist. And then the last thing is bad angles, where you're up here and the camera's down there, and it just doesn't work as well. It's better if it's equal to even with your face. So one fellow joked that the marital sessions go well and couples get better because you got to sit so close in front of the camera that it really encourages a whole lot of closeness, because you got to be very close there in the session in order to fit in the camera. So that's not my reason for doing it. So the last thing I want to discuss here, and it's something new, and it's where therapy is going. For many years, for 25 years, we've based our therapy approach on a lot of group therapy. And I would like to introduce a version of group therapy on Skype. Skype just added where you can have as many as 10 people in a call for free. And that's a feature that you can just do for free now, and which is amazing. So here's my idea. I'm introducing a new product. I'm going to call it Intensive Group Consultations. It's not so much group therapy. Group therapy is where you're building a group and the therapist is sort of the group. And you're building relationships, and a lot of the feedback, gets shared, from group member to group member. That's not really what this is. People have read my books, they've watched my videos, they know the expertise that I have in many areas. They're wanting to pick my brain, and currently my individual hours I charge $175 for new clients for 50 minutes. That's expensive, and it's probably going to be going up to $200 before too very long, simply because I have just so many requests from people all across the world who are interested in working with me. So one of my reasons for doing this is I want to give people more access to me for less money. So the idea would be it would be a 2-hour session, and there'd just be 4 clients, the same 4 clients every week. So there'd be some continuity in the sessions. You'd get to know these people quite well. Everyone would basically get approximately 30 minutes of my focus directly on them. However, what you'll learn is if there's a fella in the group who's very much like you, and I'm giving him feedback, you're going to learn more from my feedback to him even than you learn from the feedback directly to you about yourself, because it's going to bring up some things you hadn't thought of. So I tell people that with me, really early on, therapy isn't therapy. Therapy is school. It's learning how to think differently, and I have many, many, many things that I want to teach you. So as you sit there, just be a sponge, and you will be able to pipe up, and let's say I'm talking to Joe in Montana, and you're Harry in New Jersey, and Harry in New Jersey has a question that's sort of about Joe, but it's sort of about himself too, and he says, well, what about such and such? And then I'll answer that. So you'll get feedback throughout the whole 2-hour session. So these are going to be cool. They're going to be dynamic. You're going to learn just as much from hearing other people as from getting feedback directly. So what I'm going to need is people that will commit to 8 weeks, and it's going to be $100 per slot per week, and which is, pretty soon it's going to be half price of an individual session. And once you start one of these groups at $100, and then you want to do one down the road and another one down the road, the price will always be $100. Whereas my practice is really skyrocketing, and really I'm trying to find ways to see more people and help more people, and yet preserve my sanity and my time. My sanity has been, brought into question just because of the stress of the hours, and I'm used to seeing 25 clients a week, and now I'm up to 37, and that's probably too many. And I'm trying to find ways to funnel some of those folks to my associates who I've trained. But there's a lot of people that they just want to see me, and so this will be a way that you can have a 2-hour therapy session for $100 and just pick my brain and pick my brain and pick my brain. So I think there's going to be an awful lot of people out there who are interested in that, that want to sign up. So if you want to do this, then please email me at familytreecounseling@juno.com, or you can leave a phone message, 317-507-8866. I rarely answer the phone, to be honest with you. Texting is probably a better way, 317-507-8866. How we do the payments is I prefer not to fool with PayPal. It's a little more complicated. Just credit cards. And what I do is I just keep that information on hand, and at the end of the session I just hit it for whatever the charge is, and I keep that information secured. So that's very quick, very easy. We don't even talk about money with my online clients. They just know, their card will be billed, and it's quick and easy peasy. So anyway, web therapy. If you are in Great Britain, Australia, Switzerland, wherever, Belize, and you really, or anywhere in the country, I've got clients, a lot of clients in California, Minnesota, Florida, all over the place, Indiana even. But if you would like to work with me, I am available. And if you don't have $175, $200 per hour, then there is this option that actually you'll leave that 2-hour session with a keener sense of insight, probably, I'm pretty sure, and more gems than if you leave an hour session just with you. Because the synergy of 5 minds is a lot more powerful than the synergy of 2 minds. So if you haven't joined our YouTube channel, do that. Family Tree Counseling YouTube channel. We have 200, this will be the 226th video on our channel, and we have a lot of therapists who are very insightful and really are touching people all over the world. Also, if you haven't downloaded my ebooks, they're really excellent materials, especially on counterdependency, affair recovery, on sorry about that, on abandonment issues, and on shame. So give me a shout if you want to work with me. It's a great joy, and it works amazingly well, and I've been honored and blessed to get to know a lot of wonderful people and to really make major impacts in their lives. We live in a brilliant time, and we are blessed. So thank you for watching today.